Today we're going to continue slope and y-intercept, and we're going to identify functions. Why am I going over slope and y-intercept again? Because it's heavily tested. It is all over the STAAR test, okay? And then we're going to identify functions. So let's look at this first. Actually, go back up here. And y equals mx plus b. The m, write it down, is the slope, also known as rate or rate of change or unit rate or constant rate. You're going to hear any of those words. What are the clue words for this? Per, each, every, and an. Okay, what is the B? The y-intercept, also known as one-time fee, also known as starting point. So they might not use the word slope, they might use the word rate, and you have to know they're talking about slope. They might only say 30 gallons per hour, and you have to know that they're talking about slope. All right, moving on. To write a linear function, it will always, in 8th grade math, be written in y equals mx plus b form. And we just did this on our warm-up. So if I give you a graph or a table, then you need a slope and you need a b, a y-intercept. Will STAT work for graphs? Yes, but you have to make a table. You have to make a box, which is a table. Will STAT work for tables? Absolutely. What will STAT not work for? Word problems. So word problems, you just are looking for that clue word, per, each, every, or an. Okay? So here, this is the y-intercept because it's where the line is touching the y-axis. It's 3. And then the slope, the rise was 1, the run was 2. Now, again, STAT will do this for you, but STAT is going to give you that fraction as a, what does STAT always give you answers as? Decimals. And that's perfectly fine. If you need it as a fraction, just change it to a fraction. Okay? So STAT will work here, STAT will work here, but let's look at this one. Marcus has $500 in his bank account and deposits $75 each week. Why did I circle that each? Because it gets the x. It is the rate, the slope. So 75x plus 500. And that's how we write equations. You guys know how to do this. We've been doing it all year. Okay, flip to the back. It says, a hot air balloon pilot let the air out of his balloon slowly. The table shows the linear relationship between the number of minutes that have passed and how much air is left in the balloon. Lance wrote the equation below to represent the relationship. How would you explain what he did wrong? Well, could we just go do it ourselves and see? Yes or no? Where could I write an equation based on a table? STAT. So let's go do it. Everybody go to STAT. Edit. I don't see everybody with me. All right, here we go. Go put your numbers in. So I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you do not need the commas. So 65 with 3 zeros. 62, 500. 60 with 3 zeros. 57, 500. And 5,500. Excuse me, 55,000. STAT Calc, option 4. All right, here is our equation. What did he do wrong? Is his correct? No. What did he do wrong? He forgot to put the negative for the slope. Is that a common mistake students make? Yes. This is the slope. This is the what? The y-intercept, also known as starting amount. All right, let's go to functions. Y'all know this. For functions, we only look at the x's. What cannot happen? The x's cannot repeat. So everybody look over here. Everything on this side is a function. Everything on this side is not a function. So let's go look at y. If you're looking at ordered pairs, you only look at the x's. 3, 4, 5, 6. Did anything repeat? No. Do I care that the y's repeated? I do not care about the y's. So this is a function. All right, how about this one? 4, 3, 2, 8. Why is it a function? The x's did not repeat. All right, go over here. Let's look at why it's not a function. Here I have a 0, a 1, a 2, and a 0. Why is that not a function? The zero's repeated. Look at this one. 3, 3. I can stop right there. The 3's repeated. Y'all remembering this? All right, in a table, same thing. The x's cannot repeat. I have a 2, 4, 6, 8. Nothing repeated. That's why it's a function. But over here, I have a -2 and a -2. That is not a function because it repeated. When you're looking at mapping, remember what I taught you. Cover the y column, and all you're asking yourself is, does every x only have one line coming out of it? Yes, so this is a function. Look over here. Why is this not a function? And they already circled it. The 2 has 2 lines coming out. Do we care about the y's? No. All right. Let's talk about graphs. For graphs, you're going to perform, write this down, a vertical line test. When you draw a vertical line, and they already drew it for you, it can only touch one time. So guys, everybody look, this was their picture right here. And then they drew this vertical line, and they said, look, it only touches once. All right, this was their picture right here. And they drew this vertical line, and it only touches here once. If I drew it here, it only touches once. If you go over here, this is the picture. How many times did their vertical line touch? Right here and here. That is not a function. And then right here, this was their picture. And how many times did their vertical line touch? Twice. Therefore, that is not a function. So today, on your assignment, you're going to be writing equations in slope-intercept form. So what do you need? A slope and a y-intercept. Can you use stat on almost all of them? Yes. And you're going to be identifying functions. Make sure your name goes at the top of your paper. All right, make sure that you read the directions. Everybody look at the top of number 1. It wants you to write in equation. Number 2, write in equation. Number 3, write in. Number 4, write an equation. Number 5, write a function which is an equation. So everybody highlight that function right here on number 5. That means equation. Make sense? So you can use stat on 1 through 4, and then 5 and 6 you're just using clue words. Okay?